Good morning, beautiful people. Welcome to my channel. In this one, we are discussing the instincts and totems of the 13th nakshatra, which is Hasta, the hand, the symbol of the hand that you can see there. It stands for the hand. Temperament is Dev. It's a very interesting nakshatra. Dev, so it is inclined towards doing higher kind of good for people. But it's ruled by moon, right? It's a moon nakshatra, so very fluctuating energy there. Moon and Mercury both are Vaishya planets, right? It falls in the sign of Virgo. It's a moon ruled nakshatra. So there is a lot of movement in the mind, in the intellect, in the emotion. But it is challenge of Hasta is it is passive type. So it sits back and criticizes everyone. Virgo, critical of everything. The drive is, however, Srishti, so it's a creator energy. You have to sit and create something, Hasta people. If you sit back and critical of everything and everyone around you or criticizing constantly, which Hasta people tend to do, you're not going to get anything accomplished other than being a cynical person, right? This is the core you have to remember. When dealing with the totems and instincts or anything in nakshatra, you've got to remember this, the core of the nakshatra. Now, what are we trying to get to with totems and instincts? We are trying to get to the life lesson. Become inspired and alert in order to bring your gifts to fruition. Hasta has a lot of gifts, being Moon and Mercury. And it's a Vaishya, it's more inclined towards seeing how much gains it can make. It's like a trader. Vaishya is a trader. So, but they need inspiration. That's the core. You have to become inspired in order to get out of that passivity and create something. Become inspired and alert in order to bring your gifts to fruition. Now, the bird and the animal representation are a big clue in Hasta Nakshatra. Let's go through them. The bird is a vulture and the animal is a buffalo, water buffalo. Both right off the bat you can see are very patient and slow creatures. Vulture is a patient bird. James Hadley Chase has written a book on it, right? Vulture. It sits there, waits for the thing to die, and then feeds on the carcass of the carrion. Buffalo, on the other hand, is very passive. It wants to sit in the water all day long. It's a very passive animal. It's also the vehicle of Yama, so to speak. Both are very death-oriented energies, but the drive is Srishti and the Lord is Mercury in Virgo. I'm giving you all these connections because you need to think about it from the perspective of life lesson. Vulture. What's the basic instinct of vulture? Scavenging. They are natural scavengers with patience. Vultures also play a critical role in ecosystems. There's a hint there for Hasta people to become inspired. You play a critical role in cleaning up the environment, right? You take away all the bad stuff. It falls in the sign of Virgo, which is a house of disease also. So think about this for a minute. Efficient soaring and guiding. Vultures are skilled at soaring and gliding in the air for extended periods of time using thermals of the air, of the environment, to save energy while searching for food. Very, very sharp eyesight. They can fly at great heights. They're big birds. And they just keep gliding like eagles. That should give you what you should be accomplishing if your dominant planets and points in the instinct houses 1, 4, 5, 8 and 12 are in Hasta. They're social birds congregating in groups around the carrion, displaying social interactions and hierarchy. This is common to animals and birds. Remarkable vision. See that? They need vision. Hasta needs vision to become inspired. Keen sense of smell. Hasta people have a keen sense of smell. Okay, so this vulture instinct comes into Hasta Nakshatra, people. Buffalo, the animal. Herbivorous diet. See, on the one side you had a carnivorous bird, and on the other side you have a herbivorous animal. It will help Hasta if they become more herbivorous in their diet. Social herd behavior. Buffaloes are highly social animals. Virgo in Hasta needs to mix with the crowd. It needs to go out there and become part of the crowd to see what they can find, what inspires them. Inspiration is necessary. That's the core for Hasta to start functioning even. Migration and seasonal movement. So it's inclined towards water sources, grazing areas. Since it's a water buffalo, being in water, being in a swimming pool, taking a shower frequently, this will help Hasta Nakshatra greatly. See, we are getting so many ideas for Hasta based on where it is sitting. Especially in houses 1, 4, 5, 8 and 12. Even if you're a Virgo ascendant in Hasta, this will help. Just be in water for longer periods like the buffalo. Strength and endurance and patience, I would put it. Both the bird and animal in Hasta represent patience, slow movement. Although Moon will want faster results, Mercury will want faster results. This is the challenge within this nakshatra. It can become greatly inspired and then take it forward, or it can sit back and criticize like Virgo do. Now let's see the totem part of it. Speaking of the totem part, Vulture stands for transformation and renewal. If you're seeing vultures around, which we don't, we live in all cities, we have taken nature out of our equation. That's why humans are living very disjointed lives. We live among nature, folks. Nature doesn't live with us. We have to be in nature. We need to transform our civilization, I guess. Anyway, vultures are often associated with transformation and renewal because of their role in the ecosystem as scavengers. Their totem emphasizes the ability to transform difficult situations and find renewal and new opportunities. See that how it ties with the life lesson. Become inspired. Try to find renewal within yourself and therefore new opportunities which are inspirational. The key word for Hasta is inspiration. If they're not inspired, they'll sit back and just be passive. They won't be able to create. It's the drive of Hasta to create something. It's very active because of these two fast-moving planets, Mercury and Moon. So they are quick with their hands, and they need to understand this really carefully. Great potential, patience and adaptation. Their totem may symbolize the importance of patience. Be patient. Both these bird and animal are very patient creatures. Don't be quick to judge or criticize. Cleaning and purification, because it is cleansing the environment, the vulture. Seeing the big picture, take the hint from there. Vultures fly very high, have excellent vision, can see from great heights. So you need to get a zoom out view in order to become inspired. I would put it that way. Don't get caught up with the little minutiae of whatever it is that is bothering in your life, especially if it's in these instinct houses. We're talking about instincts here. It's the subconscious, even the third house, I would put it there. Seeing the big pictures. Make sure you have this vulture kind of vision, eyes. Endings and beginnings. Vulture's association with death and decay can symbolize the concept of endings as well as new beginnings. Anything that is dying in this physical reality is also at the same time giving birth to something new. It's a cyclical process, as we know. So there's nothing to be scared too much about death, or nothing to be too enamored about life itself. It's a cycle. Vultures understand this. Their totem encourages individuals to embrace the cyclic nature of life. Buffalo's totem says strength and resilience. Importance of inner strength, good. Patience, I would say, yes. Determination, yes. Ability to endure challenges. Family and community, their totems represents the value of family, unity, and importance of community support. They live in herds. All these herbivorous animals which live in herds like cows, buffaloes, goats, and so on, they emphasize the importance of community support. We all need a community. It takes a village to raise a child, as they say. Protection and abundance. Their symbol may give you a hint saying there is potential for growth, prosperity, and fulfillment of needs. So there is a promise there. Hasta people can become very wealthy also, but they need to become inspired. Conservation and environmental stewardship. Buffaloes are often seen as symbols of conservation, environmental stewardship due to their historical significance in preserving ecosystems. They may encourage individuals to protect and preserve the natural world. Now, Mercury is an earthy planet and it is in the dual earth sign of Virgo. So this becomes even more dominant. They might be doing very well by walks in nature, by caring about nature, by tuning into nature. Virgo can get very protective about that, which is good. That's what it's sort of looking for, you might say. Let's get to the instinct houses and how it might play out. Hasta here will need inspiration because the first house is the head. First house represents one's personality, physical body, thinking process, intuition, logic. So this becomes very critical for Hasta rising, Virgo rising. In the fourth house, it affects your home, family, emotional contentment, homeland. In the fifth house, it may have to do with your children, your education, your love life. In the eighth house, it may have to do with transformational attitude that you have. If Hasta is in the eighth house, which means 6 is in the eighth house, which means fifth house is Leo, which means it's Aquarius ascendant. For Aquarius ascendant, they need to use their hands, their own efforts in order to succeed in some way, transform their own life. In the 12th house, it represents spirituality. So for the Libran ascendant, where Hasta comes here, it may have to do more with inclination of how to transform the rest of the masses, because there's Libra here. Therefore, Scorpio is here. Therefore, Virgo is there. It is surrounded on the left arm and right arm, right, by Scorpio and Virgo. Virgo being in the 12th house would suggest you need to have patience. You need to have the power of moon, if your moon is in 12th in Virgo. And you need to be inspired in order to bring something new into the world. Okay, this is my take on it, folks. I will see you in the next one with Chitra Nakshatra, which falls half in Virgo and then going into Libra. Meanwhile, take care, be safe, keep smiling, keep creating, become inspired if you are a Hasta listening to this.